Maybe.
Yeah, it says we're live. There's always that delay.
There we go. It's there.
There it is.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
We have Kristen, we have Lady Gizmo, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Galen, this is so cool. Welcome to my book stream. Like Galen, I don't want to mispronounce it. Vane, Stacy, Sue, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, Miriam. This is so cool. You guys are already here waiting for us. Oh, this is amazing.
So many people. We already have 8 thumbs up, 9 thumbs up. I'm so happy.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, I just made me feel so much better. I've been really sick, and today's like the first day I've been feeling better. We were just talking about this, and hey, you guys are here. It's so much. It's nice. It's like you're freaking me right up.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I can talk somewhat normally again. I don't sound, like I'm about to snooze the roof down like a big bad wolf, so it's good.
Elizabeth is here. Hello.
Hey. I know. We have a certain book we're talking about tonight, right? I know. Have you guys read the book? Yes? No? Maybe? Everybody seems to really have loved this book over on Twitter. Everybody has been giving it 4 or 5 stars, praising it. It Takes a Witch by Heather Blake. This seems to have been one of our most popular reads. I think we're on, we're doing really well with these books. Everyone seems to be loving these books. I'm pretty proud of it.
I want that book. Isn't it the cutest? It is.
So I was on Goodreads, and someone said it was an old school cozy cover, and I went, okay, yeah, if it's an old school cozy cover, I'm all there for it. I was going, yeah, so it's still beautiful and perfect and purple, and I love purple. She has a dog and a cat, so no matter if you're a dog person or a cat person, it works.
Everyone's like, it is a great cover.
I know. And it's a good book, too. I'm like, it's one of those, sometimes the cover is prettier, and it grabs your attention, and you do the auto buy because of the cover for the book, and then you're going, this is not what I signed up for. I didn't have that for this.
So if we have read the book, let's go with our rating. Let's put in the comments. Our rating.
I mean, I really enjoyed this book. Again, I'm very Halloween-y tonight. I decorated the bookcases. I'm wearing my Sanderson sisters sweater, my sweatshirt, the pullover. I'm like feeling the Halloween vibe, and so I was really invested in this book.
You're so festive. I love it.
Got the little pen, little pumpkin. I don't know if y'all can see. Got my warm and cozy mug. I love Halloween. Like, this is, Halloween and Christmas are my time. So I was very happy with this book. And you have the official mug.
Yes. And I'm drinking hot apple cider. So delicious.
Oh, yes. See, I was going to say, Van and Stacy, you guys have the purple, the actual, like the avatar cutouts. I'm like, that is perfect for y'all. I was like, yes, fellow purple friend. Like, yes. I have a lot of purple in my apartment. You guys don't always get to see it because you guys are always seeing my bookcases. But the bedspread, the pillows, there's a lot of purple. Max is sitting on a purple pillow. It's purple.
Oh, I'm seeing 4 stars, 5 stars.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I wanted to go darker for Halloween. I usually don't wear black eye makeup like this, the eyeliner. I was going, you know what? I'm feeling very witchy. I have my, bat scarf for it. I was like, I'm going Halloween.
I love that sweater. It's so cute. So dope.
I mean, we're putting a spell on. I mean, which I thought it was on point.
You are.
I was trying to be on theme for tonight.
You're killing it.
I love that everyone's loving this book. That makes me so happy. Aw, did you enjoy it?
I did. I loved it so much. And I posted on Twitter, but I know we're getting to the end, but y'all, that twist at the end, the last.
You're going right for the spot. You're going right to the end. You're not even going to talk about this. I love this. She's like, no, we're not going to talk about the mystery. We're not going to talk about Darcy getting her powers. No. We're going to talk about the end right now. You're just like, we're just going for it.
I was just so surprised. I was like, holy moly. It's like, how are you going to hook me at the very last page?
Do you guys want us to talk about this now, or are we revisiting this in like 20 minutes when you guys have had a chance for spoilers?
We'll revisit it in 20 minutes. I'm just saying, that was the jaw for me.
Okay. I was like, wow. I'm like, she's just going right to that. I'm going, okay. I was hooked from page 1. I thought I started to write down, y'all. So I think this book just spoke to me on a very personal level. So I'm originally from Massachusetts. I've been living in DC for school. So, I mean, I lived next door to Salem. I was born in Salem. So, I mean, Salem is a part of, who I am in a way. And so this is set in Salem. And so I was, oh yes, this is so cool. And I really appreciated the fact that it kind of was almost a town within a town where, I mean, Salem's a city, but it was like they had their own little entity within Salem, so it wasn't Salem as that small town cozy. So I kind of liked the way she went about that, and then I love this like we're hidden in plain sight witches, and they're witches. I mean, if you guys have ever traveled to Salem, some of it is very, you're like, oh my gosh, this is where people were burned. This is just like some of it is very scary. I mean, I don't mean to like bring it to this level, but I love that they were like, okay, we're creating our own little Salem, our own little witch town, and it was very positive, and it was just so charming and Hallmarky. I got like the good witch vibes from Hallmark. It was just great. I was loving it.
Yeah, they called it their spin. It's like history where like, their ancestors were a part of the Salem Witch Trials and created this small community as a haven for protection. It was just so freaking. I love this town.
Well, even then, I was writing down the last names, and she must have done her research, because even having characters like Goodwin, I mean, as the cure crafters, that Goodwin was actually part of the Salem Witch Trials. I'm reading this and going, wait a sec. I'm like, hey, go you, Heather Blake. I was like, I caught that. I saw what you did there. Like little Miss Smarty Pants over there. I'm like, I saw what you did, Heather.
That's awesome. I didn't even catch that. You're so bringing up right now.
I just saw you love my bookcases. Thank you. I really wanted to do something festive for the fall. I have all the leaves and all the stuff there. I really was just feeling it. Fall, October, this is my month. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, you sent me the Monopoly game. I need to order that. Okay, Hallmark is my everything. This should be on Hallmark Channel.
That would be so cool.
That would be a good one, especially because they have the good witch. It would just dovetail off nicely with that. Perfect. I mean, did you guys like the setting? I mean, what did you guys think of like the Salem with no Salem? I was trying to find GIFs for Salem, and I was getting Salem the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm going, this is sort of relevant. This works, sort of.
I love like the magical realism. Like they're just so like interwoven in this regular society. That, oh yeah, casters, or like crafters. It's really like the norm. It's really like no one's really surprised if you a crafter. It's funny.
I was writing down the names of these stores. This is where she wins the Cozy Mystery Award right here. You had Third Eye Optometry. You have the Pixie Cottage. All that glitters, the jewelry shop. Then you have Lotions and Potions. Hocus Pocus Photography. Again, why I'm wearing the pullover sweatshirt. I mean, it was just perfect. You have the Magic Wand Salon. I mean, seriously, I want to live in this town. I know it's fictional, but I want to go there. This town within a town. I'm like, it's great. Enchanted Village. I want to live in the village. That's what we're going to say now.
Yeah, all the shop names are like on point.
Oh, the source. This was the other one. The Cauldron is the local pub, and then the Sorcerer's Stove is the restaurant. I mean, so I'm like really curious if Heather Blake was just sitting there, at her desk going, what can I name these places? I mean, that's writing. Sitting there thinking of these names going, this is the best job ever writing this book.
Just coming up with all these interesting names and like just name shops and stuff. It's so.
Witch's Brew Coffee Shop. I mean, I was like highlighting. So yes, I have the physical copy, but I read it on my iPad, and so like I have the physical book, but I read it on my iPad over here, and so I was highlighting so many things, and then I was color coding. So then the pink was for all the shop names. I mean, I was really getting invested in this.
Color coded your highlight. That's amazing.
I mean, every time there was one, I was there for it. Every single time. I mean, Magic Wand Salon, it was just all great.
Jennifer wants to live there too.
I mean, what was it? The Gingerbread Shack, then you have the Law, like, even the names of the crafters. I mean, honestly, I love this. I was so happy. I thought it was so cute. Wish Crafter instead of Wish. Oh,
It's like a different spin on something that you see like the witches, and so it's just like Heather really put her own little spin on it. I thought it was really original.
I mean, I was starting to write down. These ones were in yellow. The different types of crafters, the cure crafters. I mean, it was just I was going for it. I had my little notepad in front of me. I mean, the law crafters. Then you have the vapor crafters. I mean, I love you just went crafter at the end of words and going, let's see, can I just make up a magical entity? I loved it. But I mean,
the wish crafters, and I was behind it, and then they're like, oh, he's a law crafter, and I'm just like, wait, like I'm like a lawyer.
I was like, he can get you out of any law predicament. In which case, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because
ethically,
is he a defense attorney or a prosecutor? I mean, what is he? We know he's a lawyer, but we never got which type of lawyer.
Yeah.
But everyone that likes it should stay invested in characters. Heather F., you've read the entire series. So it's 9 books, and I did click on book 9 for the book blurb summary, and I totally spoiled myself. I should not have done that. But again, I love the romantic relationships, and so I was spoiled with what was book 9 relationships. I will leave it vague for those of you who do not want to click on and spoil it.
I was surprised at how many books in the series are already out. I clicked on the series, and I was like, oh boy, so many books.
She has other series too, because she's also Heather Weber. I looked it up. So I mean, this woman is prolific. Like, go Heather. I mean, I'm impressed. I don't know. Have you guys read any of her other books? Because I think I read one. I think she was. I read one other from her. As I look over at the bookcase, like it's over there somewhere. But I need to start reading more of her because I was very impressed. And again, I was here for this book.
Yeah, this was my first Heather book, and so I'm really excited to continue on with this series because I want to know things that happen.
I mean, again, I think I saw on Twitter you were talking about Darcy. Darcy, our heroine, is just she's so relatable. So she is 30. She's divorced. She's been separated from her ex-husband for 2 years, and your heart just goes out to her because it's not just that. It just didn't go poorly with the relationship where her and the husband drifted apart, and she really wanted a family, and he didn't. And then again, they've only been separated for 2 years, and he's already remarried with a child. So she's very, she's devastated, and it's hard. And so then we pick up 2 weeks after she finds out, like, she's a wish maker. She can make wishes come true. So I mean, she is an interesting character on so many different levels, and she's so sweet. And I love the description of her looking like Esmeralda. Like, yes, I'm rooting for you all the way through.
Yeah, when I was reading that scene, like she was just basically explaining, how her marriage failed, and it was just an argument between her and her spouse. How she wanted kids and he didn't, and like shortly down the road, he married and is having a baby, and it's like, really, like it was so sad for her.
I mean, she was talking about. I know this is a cozy, but I was, tears percolating in the eyes when she's going, she's asking the cure crafters, can you heal a broken heart? And going, oh, you poor thing. I was like, I want you to be happy. I was like, Nick Sawyer needed to show up for you. He needed to be there. I was real. I mean, you just want her to be happy. And she was just so cute. I mean, she was a good little sleuther.
She was.
I mean, I just loved her entire family. I mean, Harper is, I think, my soul sister wanting to work in a bookshop.
Yes. You get like kind of two different scenarios. Like if this were to happen to you in real life, you get like the person who is always gung ho for it, ready for change, and that was Darcy. She needed that change, so because of what happened in her past, and you have Emperor, who is kind of like thrown into this world, and she's kind of almost like tiptoeing into it, like not sure if that's what she wants to do. So she just turns to books. She's always loved, and that's comforting to her. And I love her. I love books. I can read here, and I'm just like, yeah.
I love that you wrote Harper is such a cinnamon roll. I was going, that is the best comment. That's such a great way of looking at her. Yeah. I mean, I got the biggest thing out of her when she's. I'm going with the theory that she knew this was a puppy mill situation, and she shoplifted a dog because naturally everyone shoplifts dogs, of course. And then she was named the dog Miss Demeanor, Miss Space Demeanor. This is great humor. I was so happy. I'm laughing, and the dog is looking at me like, "What's so funny?" I'm going, "Oh, you could have been named Misdemeanor if I was a felon or something."
That was so cute. Lady Gizmo, I know I'm echoing. I'm sorry. It's from the start. I'm also like streamer is like flashing too, so I don't think I have that great of an internet connection. But as long as I stay on.
I mean, that was the thing when we saw Harper. I'm like, I just read Family's comment about how Harper was arrested and going, yeah, I kind of liked it when Darcy kind of stood up for her sister, going, you don't know the whole history, you don't know what she was arrested for, you need the facts. Just because she was arrested, that doesn't make her a bad person or a suspect. I mean, she had to kind of lay it out there and going, yes, you support your sister.
Exactly. Like, even though she was attracted to this man, she was like, wait, like you're jumping to two conclusions because you want to solve this crime. Like get all the facts, get the evidence, and then if it points to my sister, great.
I was like, nobody hurts Harper. Nobody does that. And then I love her. There's a one. I mean, again, we'll get into some spoilers, but there's a point when you find out one of the guys, he's not necessarily the best guy, and she goes over and just kicks him in the shin and walks away. I'm going, this is the best breakup scene ever. She just yelled at him and walked away. Yeah. And then she's like, I'm done with you. I'm done. Moving on. I'm going back to my bookshop. That's my day.
Yeah, he was not nice.
No.
Every time he was like in a scene, I'm just like, I don't like you anymore. Vance.
No, I mean, I just from the very beginning, you could kind of see the difference between the two sisters, because Harper wasn't really going out of her way in regards to being that personal assistant, wishmaker. I mean, from the get-go, you have Darcy dressed up as the Tooth Fairy, going the extra mile by far, and Harper wasn't really doing that. But that doesn't make her a bad person. It was just not what she really wanted to be doing. She wanted to be with her books, and that's totally fine. Meanwhile, Darcy's like, how do you make a paper mache wombat? I mean, she was in a totally different realm. Like, the two sisters were just, I mean, they were just so different, but I love both of them.
In those particular scenes, she's trying her best. Like, obviously, she's dressed up as a Tooth Fairy. Okay, this is the scene that you're going into, like, meeting the characters. And this little girl, she wakes up, sees him, bursts into tears. She's like, you're not her Tooth Fairy. She's like, of course I am. Look at how I'm dressed. And she's like,
she's wearing some wings. She has the fake wings on. She has the makeup. And the little girl, she's blonde. What's going on?
She's like, you're not the Tooth Fairy, you're not blonde. And then she spends all this time making a mache wombat for this kid's birthday. And he was like, no, I never will wombat.
I mean, it was great. I mean, the scene when she's a Tooth Fairy, the little girl was yelling stranger danger. I was laughing so hard. I mean, almost shriek laughing. I mean, I printed that out. She's like, I'm not a stranger, I'm the Tooth Fairy. She's like, no, you're not. She's blonde. And then the poor thing with the wombat, she's made a paper mache. I mean, she said she spent okay, sidebar, I don't know how they get paid, but I really want to know in this book for being the personal assistant, because she spent 3 hours researching how to find a wombat pinata, and then she spent 3 days or something making a pinata wombat. I mean, that is the best personal assistant job. I mean, she deserves every raise, every gold star. I mean, personal assistant of the month. I mean, really, now I want to know about a paper mache wombat. Which is something I never thought I would say in my life.
And I like when he was like the kid was like, I want a real wombat, and she's like, as long as he doesn't wish for it, we're good. But then he was like, I wish for a wombat, and she's like, oh no. That's like one of my favorite scenes.
I love that they then see the wombat on the news taking her out at the knees where she falls flat. Like, a local citizen was, attacked by a wombat, of course, like naturally. And the little boy is so happy. I actually noted the scene. He's walking off towards the house singing "Happy Birthday to Me" with a wombat in his arms. All he wanted was a wombat. And I really want to know, why wombats? Like, how did you? I mean, wombats are adorable. I'm not nothing against wombats. Like, how did you land on wombat?
He was so knowledgeable about wombats. He was like, everybody quiet. He doesn't like sound.
I was like, you were meant to have a wombat.
He was so cute.
I was actually sad for him at the end because this is not a spoiler for mystery, but the wombat, they end up taking him into the local zoo, and so he gets a lifetime pass to go visit his wombat friend. But part of me wanted him to have a wombat pet. It's like, I know that's a weird thing to want, but I kind of wanted him to have a wombat pet.
I'm not a parent, but just thinking of like how difficult is it to care for a wombat? I'm just like, really.
I was like, I take care of my 5-pound teacup Maltese. I mean, I don't know what a wombat requires, but I wouldn't put them in a room together.
Yeah, the wombat would probably be much bigger.
The wombat would win. Oh, yes, you love Darcy as the Tooth Fairy. I love that she did it twice. She didn't just do the Tooth Fairy job once, she did it twice. I mean, extra gold stars and kudos to her.
I like how the little girl like purposely like lose like another tooth so the Tooth Fairy could come in.
Like, pulled it out. The mother's like, I'm not really sure if this tooth is meant to fall out. And then she gives her the coins. I mean, she had coins engraved with her name, and then she gave like special little pouches for each coin. I mean, talk about going above and beyond. And then she stays in character. I think this is when I just felt totally head over heels for Darcy. She stayed in character when the little girl saw her later outside of the Tooth Fairy costume. She's going, I like you better without your wings. And she goes, me too. And it was just, it was so cute. I knew the little girl when she was still in character, trying to make her happy. Like, yes, Darcy, I love you. I want you to be happy.
Darcy and Harper have to be protected at all costs.
They really do complement each other's personalities. I agree with Heather. I'm like, yes, they do. I like that juxtaposition because you kind of get, I agree with what Nicole said earlier about how you get both sides of, we have powers. I really want to embrace them. Not so much. I just think that's really, I like it. It's interesting.
I know. These unique jobs. And it's like, I feel like a lot of the characters in this town, they all have really unique jobs. And it like complements not only their craft, but the personality, and they all come together for the benefit of the town because obviously it's a really big tourist town. So they all just come together and just complement each other very, very well. It's just a close-knit community, and I feel like this one is very well run, except for like the little bitty murder that happened.
So I have to admit, I thought it was so intriguing that the entire town gathered in a town hall meeting for a pickpocket. I mean, that was their town hall meeting. They were going, we have a pickpocket. We need to do something. They brought in a security expert. I mean, talk about taking your safety to a whole other level. I mean, I'm guessing this is the type of area you can go to sleep and leave your doors unlocked. I mean, not with the post-Murderville, but just saying, they had the town hall for a pickpocket. I mean, again, I don't know if this is because I live in this city, but I mean, that would be like the least of my concerns.
They're like just a drop in the bucket.
But it's so cute they get together to worry about a pickpocket. I mean, they want to protect their citizens just from everything. I mean, that is just, I mean, they care to a very interesting level.
Honestly, like for the murder, that's probably the most thing that happened in this town.
Except for the murder.
Except for the murder. The pickpocket.
And then everyone had a motive to kill this woman. I mean, yeah,
she was not very nice.
I thought it was so fascinating. I mean, she's the fake witch, and then we kind of find out later on that she came from a witch line. So she might have had magical abilities, but everyone was so mad at her because she was a fake. And then she was just bad at her job. She was giving people rashes and allergic reactions. I mean, she was not a good witch. And I don't mean just, good personality. She was just not good at her magical profession.
Yeah, she wasn't so like magically inclined with what she chose to do. Like when you first meet her, you're obviously like she's really nasty, it's just like obviously like you're just pretending to be a crafter or you're faking at it. And then you realize her backstory and you're kind of like, oh, she just wanted to fit in because, like just what happened in her past, even though yeah. Did everyone guess who done it?
You didn't? I honestly, like, this is probably a weird thing to say about a murder mystery, but I wasn't as invested in the murder mystery. I just wanted to know more about this town. Like, yes, I wanted to know the whodunit, but I was just enjoying reading about this little village and all the different, magical elements happening. What's going on? Is there a familiar? Who's the familiar? What's going on over here? Oh, there's a talking mouse. I mean, I was just enjoying the setting. I mean, yes, again, like, I wanted to know the ending, but at the same time, that wasn't why I was reading the book, if that makes sense.
100%. 100% agree with you. I really, because like every time, like oh, they're sleuthing like for the murder. I was just like, oh yeah, murder. Oh yeah, this isn't just like a really cute like you read. It's like no, there's a murder mystery happening.
I mean, again, my biggest pet peeve is when they're kind of, being really nosy. But I thought it was so cute that Harper was the one who originally wanted to investigate and then kind of pulled Darcy in. And then you find out that he's the Aunt V's boyfriend. So, I mean, and then there's other things going on about, oh, the mortals, can they investigate the magic? So there were reasons for her to be a sleuth. But, I mean, even then, when she was sleuthing, I was like, she ran into Nick. I want to know more about this relationship. I mean, yes, you're sleuthing, but now you're talking to the guy that I think you should end up with.
Yes, I love Nick.
I'm trying to read your comment. I wear the progressive, so it's very hard for me to see things.
I love how even if you aren't into super dark stories, you can still read this book. Between all the great characters and the funny parts, you still want to move to the next door to this series.
Oh, like snaps. I love it.
That's what I think. That's the really the good thing about witchy cozy mysteries. Like if you want kind of like a little different, other than like a traditional contemporary, but you're not into like the dark fantasy, like the cozy will do it for you.
I mean, it had the kind of light romantic element to it. Then you had the murder mysteries, like kind of suspense on it. But I mean, the characters were so well developed, and yes, there's a murder, which is dark, but it wasn't graphic and none of that. I mean, I don't think there was one swear in this book. I mean, again, I picture this on Hallmark. Like, I really do think Hallmark can adapt this tomorrow for next year's Halloween, like celebration, like when they do next year's Halloween movies. This should be on their list. We should start a petition.
To be a show, because I would love to do there's 9 books, 9 seasons. Let's do it.
I mean, then we'd have to cast Nick, and I don't know who I could picture as like a 35-year-old security woodworker, furniture maker, father. I mean, he's a very complex character himself. I was like, who would I cast as Darcy? Who would I cast as Nick? Those are thoughts.
Oh, we should do fan casting. That would be awesome.
I mean, it was so funny when she got the bangs, and I'm going, who has bangs? Zoe Chanel, but that's a different bracket. I was trying to figure out once she got the bangs, who could be the bang, the hair.
It's like when she compared herself to Esmeralda, that's all I was seeing. So it's just like the Disney Esmeralda would be great. Thank you.
And I love Miriam's comment. The sleuthing felt more natural and integrated into her normal activities than in some other books, and we really appreciated that. I agree with that. Again, when they start going, like, I'm going to go 3 towns over just to be, you know, taken upon myself, while there's a whole police force.
There's like the security officer on my case, but
oh no, there was literally a book I read. I will not tell you the book, because I'm about to tell you the negative about this. But there's a police force, and I mean there were 4 cops that you saw. You had the one cop in charge, and she's going, "No, I need to be the one to look into this," and she kind of just went for it, and really, I mean, I don't know if she ever went to work. I'm like, I know she had a job in the book, never saw her doing her job. Yes, I agree with Miriam's comment.
hey, find out like when things start happening in a book, like the main characters, they're just you find that they're just not doing their job. Like they have to go to like work and like live their life around this tragedy or whatever.
But I think I love the fact that this was her job. I mean, granting wishes and being in the magical community was a part of her identity and was a part of what she was doing. I mean, again, it was just very natural to what she was already doing. There was organic nature to it. I like you had to like. I like you.
So you were really good.
And then Stacey, she's like, yes, this would be a very fun show. But they would have to have the mouse. We would need the mouse, and we would also need some of the fashion that he was talking about in the book.
Yes.
I don't know how, I mean, they did Lizzie McGuire, a little cartoon animation, you know, and she was thinking to herself, and you know, people just randomly put little cartoons and contemporary stuff. I could see it happening.
I could totally see it.
What was that? What was it? The 10th Kingdom? I don't know if y'all remember this. This was a long time ago. Long time ago. But they had little animated elements to it. Make it work.
Yeah. Anything is possible nowadays. Yeah.
I was like, anything's possible if you just believe. And I believe in the story. I mean, I also love the romance. We know. We love romance. That's what we do. But I love Nick. I love the way it developed. And I thought it was really cute when both of them are sort of divulging their past. And she kind of, again, I felt like we learned more about Harper too in the scene when she's saying, you know, I'm scared of the thunder. Harper, the day she was born was the day I lost my mom. Lightning hit the car and we went off the road. And so she's like, the day I got my sister is the day I lost my mom. And she's having this moment. She's going, I never told anyone this. So her and Nick are relating on a real level. I'm going, well, that means Harper never really got to know her mom. And that wasn't really addressed in that scene. So I'm kind of curious if that's going to be done later on in books. But I mean, just the way they talked and communicated, I just really appreciated it. That was a very long way to say I like their relationship.
I mean, they just, like you said, it was just very, you know, natural. They had real conversations, and it wasn't just all around the murder that they were trying to solve. So it felt like the way their relationship progressed, because they were having these deep, meaningful conversations, that okay, this is a natural progression to a relationship. I liked it a lot.
I mean, I also thought it was interesting to some degree that, again, we're not going to get into full spoilers, but at least not yet. But he talks about how he was divorced, but then because the ex-wife got sick, he kind of went back there temporarily because there wasn't anyone else around to care for her. And so she's going, I thought you were a widower. I didn't know you were divorced beforehand. And so the assumptions that they made, they actually had to elaborate upon. And so by the end, there weren't any assumptions really. It was just facts about what they knew about each other, which I also liked. There's no second guessing, like, oh, did he really mean this? What game are we playing today? It was just very straightforward, like, you ask me a question and I answer it.
After that whole scene where he was kind of incriminating Harper, and she was like, well, how well do I really know him? Like, just thinking to herself, and she started just listing the things, and then she's like, well, wait a minute, that's a lot to know about a person. So I was like, yes, I know him. I was like, he's just frustrated.
I have to admit, I was very intrigued when he wished for gloves and she could not grant his wish. And I'm going, hold up. Why can't you grant his wish? I need more information. immediately. So you knew I wasn't going to stop reading no matter what. Like, I was done with my tea. I needed more tea. I was not drinking the tea. I needed to find out what was happening. It's like, why could she not grant your wish? And the reason it was so cute later when you find out his daughter is actually with, like, a witchcrafter too. I'm going, oh, how do we get more of Mimi, who's also really cute? It was accidentally the town pickpocket.
I thought he was a crafter for sure, and then you find out that he just married into it, and his daughter is a crafter. I was just like, oh, and a witch crafter, he's gonna have the best teacher.
I mean, again, going back to what we were talking before about actually having real conversations. There's some of those shows when they have those hidden lives they can't tell their significant others, and it just drives you batty as either the viewer of the TV show or the reader of the book, and you're going, oh, just tell them, and that's unnecessary angst. I am so glad she included that at the end of this book, so that when I read book 2, not if, when, I'm not worried about, oh, is he going to find out? Is she going to lose her powers? So thank you for just taking that off the table, because so often you get those angst where it's like, oh, if only I could tell him what I really want to tell him. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about.
She could have she could have dragged that on for several books with the angst.
I am so appreciative as a reader that she did not do that to me.
Yes.
But I mean, then you get to talk about, oh, did you grant wishes today? I mean, she doesn't have to hide what she's doing. So I appreciate that. Like, they can actually progress their relationship without having that, secret hump that they have to overcome. You just nodded like, yeah.
100%. Miriam is saying, like, Nick is not the overbearing protective type that we saw in several other books. They just work together so well, and I totally agree, because in a lot of the other books where Luther is sleuthing behind the lodge officer's back, it's kind of like they're injuring themselves, and the lodge officer doesn't want this to happen, so he's very overprotective, very overbearing, but they're just working together on this one, and it just helps the relationship progress.
And now, I mean, we can tell he's going to become the sheriff, and he's going to be a part of the local law enforcement. So he's not just going to be building furniture in his spare time. He's going to be solving local crimes. I mean, I thought it was so cute, though, that he was doing security, and he's brought in as a security expert for a pickpocket, and it turns out it was his daughter. I just thought that was like the irony. Oh, the irony.
I like that he didn't overreact when Darcy came to him with that, saying, like, your daughter's allergic to pickpocket. Like, he could have just exploded and blew up, but he was like, let's go talk about this.
I know, he brought her lemonade. I kind of actually had to flip back. Like, did I miss something here? Because all of a sudden he's bringing her lemonade to discuss the potential pickpocket theory. I was just going, if again, I don't have children. If I did, I'd be going, my child would never do that. I would just get very defensive for my child who's going, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Let's have lemonade while we talk about this.
Honestly, it seemed too good to be true.
Book boyfriend material.
For sure. Alicia said, sorry, I was sorry.
Oh no, I was like 35-year-old single dad of 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Makes furniture in his spare time.
Jack of all trades. Yes. So the book was all about the characters and their lives, and then the murder just happens. Unlike in a lot of films where the murder is the story and everything else is the background. So true. Like, it was a different kind of approach to the cozy mystery, which I liked. It's refreshing. I like it when you get a little bit of like a different feel. Keeps things.
I think I also appreciate the fact that by investigating or by learning about this death, you were learning about this paranormal world that she was creating too. You're almost learning the boundaries because of the investigation. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a very, very clever way to approach it, because you're learning about, oh, wow, there's a vapor, like a vapor crafter. You're learning about, like who Mrs. Pennywist is, and that comes into play later. So it kind of all correlated with one another, and so you're getting the layout and the groundwork and guidelines for what constitutes the crafters, but then you're also progressing the mystery. It's like, go Heather Blake.
I like how even though you were given a lot of information, because obviously the first step in the series, you're introducing all the characters. With the magic system, you have to introduce the mythology. and there was a lot going on, so many different types of crafters, but I never felt overwhelmed with what you were learning, and then you just add the mystery on top and all the plot twists. He handled it very well, and I never felt like it was just too much. So I applaud. Good job.
I know there's some books when you have that moment of, is there a glossary of which type of crafter this would be, or oh, where's that character list again? I need to remember. I read a book a couple days ago, and all the characters had names that began with the same letter, and they were all short names too. And I'm going, you are killing me. Why are you doing this to me? And I'm going, and there was Cora, Clara, and like then there was a whole bunch of names, and I'm going, no. This is not okay. I forget who's who. And so I liked that they all had very specific backgrounds and the way they contributed to the plot. Everyone had something unique that they were offering. I mean, the mother-daughter duo dealing with the issues with the father, and then how the father pertained to the witchcraft community. I mean, it was just all intertwined so well.
Mm-hmm. Such a good job. Such a good job.
You passed the book.
Anna's here. Hello,
Anna. We love Anna. Anna, aw, she's so cute and sweet. If you guys aren't following her on every platform, you're missing out. Anna's the best. And was this your recommendation? I know.
It was.
Before.
I think it was.
Where do you talk about this book?
Anna is just so good at recommending books. Like she should be our unofficial book picker.
Well, I was gonna say, I know I'm not sure if. I mean, we can probably call it at this point. I think the poll is still going over on the Twitter account. But you introduced us to Bree Baker, who also happens to be Julianne Lindsay, and this is our next book. So this also kind of comes back to Anna. So this is not because of her. Like the reason I'm holding this up right now is because you led us to Bree Baker, who turned out to be this amazing writer too. So this is going to be our book for next month, and I am so excited because Bree Baker is now an auto-buy author. And she's the same person, so.
She has isn't she?
She does have a lot. This woman is prolific. I am impressed. There's going to be a lot of books on my to-be read list just because Anna introduced me to this woman, who also happens to be a very interesting. Like she's so sweet over on Twitter. If you guys aren't following Bree Baker, you need to. But this is our book next month.
Isn't this adorable too?
I am so excited to read this book. I actually didn't read it because I kind of figured we would either be doing a buddy read or talking about this at some point, and so I am really excited this is our book. And it won by a landslide. I think we had something like 80+ people vote, and this one won at like 50-something%.
Yeah,
so
51%.
I'm pulling it up. Yeah, so 51, and then the second place was Murder at the PTA with 19%. So this one won by, this was a landslide victory for Julia and Apple Cider Slaying. So November.
So excited.
And I like this origins back to Anna. That's where we would go with that. Just give all the credit. You had it on pre-order and you're getting it tomorrow. Yes. I am so excited. That's the thing. I got this as an ARC and I deliberately put it aside going, what about the Cozy Mystery Book Club? Like, what are we going to read this together? Should I just read this before and then talk about what's going on? So I'm really happy I got to read this with y'all. And then it takes place in West Virginia. Man. I didn't know it took place in Blossom Valley, West Virginia. Is this the real place or is this a fictional cozy town? Either way, West Virginia. That's exciting. Yes, I love it. Yes, Lady Gizmo. It's like such a cute cover. I mean, it's kind of perfect for that transition of Thanksgiving into Christmas because you got the tree, but you also have the apple picking. It works. And it's fictional. Thank you for answering my question. I was thinking more about West Virginia and geography in general. That'd be helpful. Oh boy. Life.
Yeah, so this book came out today and I immediately had to go and buy it. So I bought it up.
I know, I'm kind of hoping this is the uncorrected proof. So I actually don't know if they make corrections after this version. So I don't know if I should buy a second copy. Oh, but last month, was this in last month's? I wrote this down. So Kensington and their amazing giveaway. I love Kensington, y'all. They are so incredible. This was in the giveaway last month, so I'm pretty sure Cody won this book. So I was like, this is great. It's great. That's perfect. So he got an advance copy too. But so speaking of Kensington and you guys receiving prizes, I wrote down the titles. There are 6 books in this giveaway, and it's amazing. And then I'm also sending a package to the same person. There's Mulberry Mischief by Sharon Farrow, Death by Jack Lantern by Alexis Morgan, Southern Sass and Killer Cravings by Kate Young, Fudge Bites by Nancy Coco, and then Crypt Suzette by Maya Corrigan. And I'm going, this is an amazing giveaway. So Kensington, you guys are amazing. I love you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the comments y'all have been posting throughout tonight's live stream, and every comment is going to be an entry, and then I will choose one from all the comments once I gather them all together, and you'll win the 6 books from Kensington as well as a package for myself. So that's all up for grabs. I don't want to forget to mention that.
I know when you should the giveaway for the Kindle, like 6 books.
Kensington is amazing. I seriously, they are the sweetest human. Like, they are just the best. I met the 2 girls who run the cozy department at Mouse Domestic, and I just kept them. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep talking to you guys because you guys are just the sweetest. And I got to see them again at RWA. Like, I just want to keep these women in my life. Like, they're so generous. It was so funny because, again, they put me on their ARC list. So every quarter they'll send up books that are coming out, and they ask you, oh, what books you're interested in. And I said, oh my gosh, I love this one and this one and this one and this one. You know, I listed probably 8 books or something. And I was thinking, oh, she'll send me 2 or 3 of the 8.
Right.
She sent me all 8. I was just like, I really was thinking, oh, you know, I'll give her a longer list, thinking she has her choices of what to send to me, and then she sends me all on the list, and I was like, oh my god, am I so greedy? Like, I shouldn't have asked for all these books. And she's going, no, like, have them. Like, I love you.
And so gentle. Lady Gizmo says, so nice, so generous, so sweet. Yes, so sweet. Yes, so amazing. And
so tomorrow.
Kudos to Angela for just giving all of this. You know, it's like this isn't it would be possible if it wasn't for Angela.
But so stay tuned. I will post the winner over on the Twitter account. So someone here tonight will be getting 6 books as well as a package from me. So be on the lookout for that post because that will be coming. So. And also comment away before we call it night so that you'll get extra entries. But I just saw it and oh, thank you. I'm already wearing foundation and blush, and so you guys gonna make my face look like tomato red. Again, I've been really Nicole knows I was sick for probably like 2 weeks or something. So like this is the sweetest. Like you guys are just making my entire, you know, you're making everything worth it. I appreciate it. Just cute. Oh, yes, Nicole is amazing too for being our hostess tonight. She's awesome. There's a reason why I love her, and she's the best friend. I love that we're just like, yes, let's just talk about all this and forget about the book.
Well, I like how Anna also commented. I just have to say that ending. Like, I know.
Okay, so I was like, it's on the hour, so I'm like, you know, there's like, we can talk about the ending. Okay, would you like to tell?
It's so funny that you bring it up because that's how it started live news. I was like, oh my gosh, that ending. I just thought it was so funny. Like the last page, you're gonna throw this for me. Thank you. So the whole book, not the whole book, but ever since Darcy found out about familiars, she's wondering like animals or what are animals a familiar. And then we find out. Oh, my dog's sorry.
Well, that's actually perfect because it's about a dog. So
that late wife, her sister, embodiment of this dog, and she's kind of looking out for them. And I just felt like that is so sweet. Oh my gosh.
I was one of those. I don't know if this was just if she outlined this, if she realized as she was editing, oh, I can do this, because it just worked perfectly when she did the setup for it. Although I'm very curious how you would feel as the ex-wife to watch another woman kind of like step into your place. I'm kind of curious because she's going to be the advisor to her daughter and the love interest for her ex-husband. So I'm sure that there's going to be some interesting things in future books. Not an easy role to be in.
I know that first little, it's like a little section when it first started. It was like, oh, it's through the perspective of Missy. Oh, we're gonna find out she's a fighter. And then it was like they started talking about, you know, Nick, and I was like, my jaw just dropped. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I was gonna say I kind of saw that, and then I went back to the top and started reading it again. I was going, did I miss something?
I had to do the same thing. I was like, are you okay? And Miriam is like, Miriam says, imagine if when it's revealed to the character, it's gonna be super uncomfortable.
Oh, I also forgot about the elder. I want to know who the elder is too. That's one of the running mystery then of who's the town elder. I wasn't sure if it was the Aunt B because she was so secretive and wouldn't tell her what was going on and not giving her any advice. And I'm going, you are not very helpful, Aunt B. Like, what are you doing over there? They just learned about witchcraft 2 weeks ago. Give them something. And so I was wondering if she was the elder because she was not advising them. I mean, I need to know who that individual is because I'm pretty sure we were introduced to them. They must be someone we've already come across. So I might have to make a list and start trying to figure it out.
Do some sleuthing of your own.
Right? I was just looking down. Like all the notes. I mean, I think I talked about everything I was excited about. I was just curious while I'm looking at the notes if there's anything else anyone wanted to tell us or talk about when it comes to this book, because I feel like there was a lot to discuss tonight. And just like, please comment away if there's something you wanted us to talk about for a minute. I mean, I'm just looking down. I was like, Laurel Grace is I think she's adorable. With the girl with who wanted the tooth fairy. Yeah. I just thought she was so that was one of my notes. I know it's just like Laurel Grace, adorable.
Miriam is saying if the elder was Aunt V, Darcy would recognize her voice. That's true.
I know. That's what that was why I said like that I thought it was, but again, maybe it's witchcraft when she just disguises the voice. We don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be going down this rabbit hole is gonna be with me for a while.
Yeah.
No, but I was with you, like printing out how does one become a familiar. That was one of my notes talking about how the familiars are spirits inside an animal body. I mean, she planted the seeds to have that revelation at the end, but still, it was a revelation. Oh, and the last thing was this poor thing, Darcy learned about being a witch 2 weeks ago, and then she's being held in contempt for violating witchcraft law 43 section B, and she was summoned by the elder. I want to know what the rule book is. I really want Heather Blake to write the rule book that she's supposed to abide by because I would really like to read it and find out about these different sections and bylaws of being a witchcraft person. That was my other note.
Yeah, she goes, I mean, the elder the first time for warning, and then 5 minutes later, she does it again.
I mean, she only loses her powers for 24 hours, so it's not that bad. But at the same time, you know, she just learned about these rules 2 weeks ago. Isn't there a little bit of a grace period?
I think that's why the warning, but then, yeah.
Oh, poor Darcy. I'm glad she got her powers, though. And I'm glad that her telling and talking to Nick about witchcraft is also not an issue. Because again, I thought that was a weird, not a weird twist, but if you tell your human partner, spouse, that you are a witchcrafter, you then lose your ability to be a witchcrafter, but they become a crafter of themselves. So you're giving up your craft to get a craft almost. So I'm glad he was a crafter.
Right? Yeah, that's why I was just like, that's kind of weird. I was like, hopefully, like Heather Blake isn't going to set us up with this wonderful relationship where they're going to have to either lie for the rest of their lives, or tell him and then risk losing his power. So it's like,
Yep. Comments just came all of a sudden, all at once. I just boom, boom. The list.
Stardust Bubble. I finished with 3 today. Oh, and there was an epilogue. It was mine. There needs to be a companion book with the ritual. Yes. Or a glossary, or like the character with the glossary is a great idea.
I mean, I'm gonna just say, at the rate I'm going with my little notebook, I might actually have an unofficial one going at this point.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome if she did that. I don't know. I need to subscribe to her across all platforms now. I know I've been following her on Twitter, but I don't know if maybe in her newsletter I don't know if she's ever done something there, but I am going to be subscribed to her newsletter and see if she does something extra for her subscribers. So I need to go find out more about Heather Blake and what she has in store for these characters.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked the Twitter. I worked really hard on that day. I wanted to make sure y'all knew that tonight we were talking about this amazing book, and I felt like there were so many different quotes to choose from. I mean, I was trying to find GIFs for the fairy, like the tooth fairy. I mean, that was hysterical. But I was trying to find a blonde tooth fairy. I mean, over on Twitter, I was really trying to find GIFs to go with these things, and then I somehow kept landing on Hocus Pocus. So I'm glad you liked that.
It was just meant to be sweaters.
And then I will mention, before I forget, my last note for y'all for housekeeping was that on November 19th, at a time to be officially determined, but probably 7 p.m. EST, we are going to be launching hashtag Cozy Corner Chat. And Michelle Babb, who's a cozy mystery audiobook narrator, has 4 authors who will be answering your cozy mystery questions via that hashtag that night live. So think about any cozy mystery questions you might have, and it's right in the middle of NaNoWriMo, so if you're writing cozy and you get stuck, it might be perfect timing. So I just want to mention to mark your calendars for that one as well. So much cozy.
Ooh, fun!
And the authors are Linda P. Kozer, Linda Crowder, Minnie Crockwell, aka Bess McBride, and Karen Muser Nortman. So, and then Michelle Babb is also the audiobook narrator, who is a cozy expert herself, who's going to be there as well. So 5 cozy experts for you to pick their brains. So hopefully if you have any cozy questions or you're reading their books, you can tweet away at them. Just want to mention that well, it was on the notepad. I was like, last little bit of housekeeping for the night. I promise.
Wow, we're talking about cozy. It's all relevant. It's all relevant.
Hashtag Cozy Corner Chat. I was very proud of myself when I realized nobody had been using that, and so I snapped it up for a club. I was like, this is our hashtag now for when we have guest authors and guest cozy experts. Oh, good night, Lady Gizmo. Thank you for joining us.
Good night. I love your little pumpkin.
Does anyone have any final thoughts, questions, anything about the book before we say goodnight? Because I know we are hitting the hour mark in a couple minutes. And then there's always that 7-second delay of when I ask that versus when people can actually comment. So, good times. Next one.
I wanted to talk about it.
So, for those of you keeping track, this is our book for next month. So, hopefully you can get your hands on a copy pretty soon and be ready for our November chat, which will be over on my YouTube channel. And I forget the date off the top of my head, but the last Tuesday of the month, 8 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be talking about apple cider singing. So
I think by that time, like saving time will have happened. So I think it's going to be 7 EST.
I like the sound of that because otherwise I'm up late at night and I'm an insomniac, so that is a problem. So
it's still 5 p.m.
Hey, 7 p.m. EST sounds great to me. Again, I like it when you get to go to bed a little bit earlier. I'm that person. I wake up early, so I'll be happy to talk about this book. 7 p.m. EST next month. as she's making faces. Yes, a fellow Nick fan. Yes.
Honestly, like, I love Nick, honestly. Like,
well, I was doing the math out because I'm trying to figure out when he had Mimi. So he had her when he was 23. Because at first, when I knew Darcy was 30, I'm like, oh, did he have her when he was 18? I was trying to figure out how. But I'm like, oh, you're such a good dad. I mean, he's the security guy. He's a good dad. He's, I mean, woodworker. He can fix my cabinets. He's just great. They're not broken, but I love that they added he does cabinets and furniture because cabinets are apparently a different thing.
Anna, I need to get apple cider sling. I love the knife emoji.
Like, there's not a knife on the cover, I don't think. I know, but there is a skull and crossbones. But that is everything I was going to mention tonight. So I am very, very happy. Oh, yay, Sue! I'm glad you like the choice for next month. Oh, and thank you for joining us. You guys are so great. Again, I was feeling really sick for a couple weeks, and so again, like the fever finally went away a few days ago. So it's been really nice just getting to chat cozies and enjoy the books and talk about this with y'all. So this was definitely when you're feeling better and you kick off feeling better like this, it's great. So I appreciate that. I love that you guys love the book. That makes me so happy that we chose and we have something that you guys enjoyed. That just means the world to me. You don't want to pick a book and then have people go, I did not enjoy this. So it's really nice that everyone's been enjoying the books we have. And I feel like we're going to have another good one with this one because I trust Brie Baker. So I think we're on a good track.
100%. We've had a good streak. I love it.
I don't know. I don't think I think all of our books have been winners. I mean, this one especially. We're good. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, thank you for joining us. And remember to check our Twitter in the next couple days. There have been a lot of comments, so it might take me 2 days to go through them all to create entries. But please be on the lookout for our winner from tonight. You have a lot of books coming your way when you're officially announced. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, good luck. Good luck. Bye, Sue. Good night. And thank you so much for joining. It's always so great.
Welcome to the book club. Welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the discussion. It's always so much fun chatting cozy with y'all. Oh.
Yes.
I know, and then we'll see you at the end of next month, the last Tuesday of November.
Books are great.
Oh yes, they are. Books are great. I know, right? Now it's one of those. I'm gonna need to have another week where I'm just bedbound so I can read all the books in the series.
Yeah.
That's gonna be happening. But good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. And happy Halloween.